friends, I am Akshit Singh, and in this video I am going to discussing about a very interesting topic, Bermuda Triangle. So whenever you listen about the Bermuda Triangle, what comes in your mind? Obviously you think about something mysterious which is can't identified by the scientist, and Bermuda Triangle is popular for managing the things. And if you see the history of the Bermuda Triangle, the history is very weird. Bermuda Triangle vanished so many ships, so many cargo planes, and it takes and Bermuda Triangle also takes so many innocent lives. So that's why the Bermuda Triangle, also called the Devil Triangle, because of this curious history, this weird history. And the Bermuda Triangle is basically situated at the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean. And if I talk about the Bermuda Triangle, is bounded by the three things: Mamiya, Bermuda, and the Petro Reserve. And these are the islands from by which the Bermuda Triangle is situated. If you doesn't know the Bermuda, when any ship, any plane goes into the Bermuda Triangle, their magnets, their specifically their compass don't work properly, and everything get dark. And suddenly, if the weather is very clean, but after going to the Bermuda Triangle, the weather get very weird. The weather get very dark, and so much of winds flow at that time, as said by the people who experience, not experience, but who thinks about that this is particularly what happened. And if I talk about how these all things were started, particularly vanishing things, or the big case of the vanished big case, there is a one ship, cargo ship, that ship contained 100 peoples and 10,000 ton of the magnesium. And when this ship get vanished while sailing on that route where the Bermuda Triangle is particularly located, the ship get vanished, and this is the huge case. And from that time, the Bermuda Triangle is come in so much of controversy. And even the Prime Minister of the America at that time, who said that the only God and the sea knows that what happened at that time, because he also know that he didn't know that what exactly happened, where that ship gone, where the 300 people's gone. And this line was said by the Woodrow Wilson, the America president of that time. And if you see the structure of the this ship in the picture, you can. So many scientists have tell about that this ship has a very weird structure. The structure of the ship is can't able to work properly in the highways, in the high waterways, and in any critical situation which was generally conducted into the water, occur into the seas. So the structure of the ships is not proper as compared to other ships. Said by the scientists that this is one of the most biggest disadvantage of ships, and this is the only reason that why this ship get vanished. And this is said by some scientists, and but the some people think that this is happened because of the Bermuda Triangle. Some people think that the Bermuda Triangle is a activity of the extraterrestrial aliens, activity occurred by the extraterrestrial, or you can say aliens. And these cases is so weird, and I'm going to tell you about some more cases. If I talk about that, when for who saw this Bermuda Triangle first, the Christopher Columbus, when he was on the journey of finding the new world, and he saw when he was sailing at particularly at that route where the Bermuda Triangle is presently located, he saw a great fire light crash with the sea, and a shining light appeared at that moment. So he reported this thing to the other peoples, and to the police and the general and people, and the people who is related to the media. And at that time, the Bermuda Triangle is so much of in the controversy. But at that time, the people doesn't know about much about it, what particularly happened in that place and what this place can do. So for finding the answers of these questions, there were one person, George Salcum, who in the 1909 he visited to particularly at that place where the Christopher Columbus tell about these lights. When he gone to that particular place, he also get vanished. And after that, the sources declare that he is dead, and the cause of his death is Bermuda Triangle. This is also the one of the region, most important region, that why the Bermuda Triangle is called the Devil Triangle, because at that time he almost take one life, one innocent life. And there is a one very famous case in which there is the one cyclop plane, that plane was on the way of his route, and when that plane entered to that particular place, called Bermuda Triangle, that plane also get vanished. And and this plane didn't even release the SOS distract call. This call is, while he that plane is well equipped to do that, but he didn't do. And that's why this is the one of the main region. That's why the Bermuda Triangle also called the Devil Triangle. And like there's the so many cases. Like if I talk about the one case, it's in 1941, the two Cyclops sister ships also get vanished in this Bermuda Triangle. And there is a one case. In this case, the group of the planes uh, s- were flying over the front Florida, and particularly that place where the Bermuda Triangle located. They were practicing some kind of techniques of their planes, or testing the planes. And that plane there is a the plane there are the seven planes, the group of the seven planes, and the leader of that group, called the flight 19, get vanished during that testing. And when the other pilots were trying to find out him, that where he goes, but their fuels were very low, and they have to land on some platform. So they leave that all, and they landed and on the airport. And after that, after some days, the crew of the 13 peoples go to search that flight 19, but that crew of 13 people also get vanished in that Bermuda Triangle. So these are the all theories which are said by the people or the sources, that and they believe that the Bermuda Triangle is the only region where of all these deaths. And they particularly thought that all the peoples died after going to that Bermuda Triangle. And I personally believe that it is not an extraterrestrial activity. I think this is all about the nature. And because when you enter at particularly that area, your compass didn't work, the weather get extremely worst after entering at particular that area. So I think that this is not an extraterrestrial activity. This is the activity of the nature. And but we can't say definitely that this is the only region, because scientists are still finding that what happened to these planes, these cargo planes. Because whenever someone go at that place, and no one enters, but no one also sees the any clues of the vanished ships and planes. They didn't even able to find the metals, the piece of the metals of that ship and that plane. That ship, that plane, and the people of that ship, when they talk about the people with the 300 carrying the 300 people, that ship, they completely vanishes. No clues of that ship near